You know, sometimes I just feel so ashamed to be a Christian. Like sometimes I just feel it's just embarrassing to carry that with me. Like just to say that I'm a part of a specific religion and that being Christianity. I swear, like sometimes some of these late Christians, these lukewarm saints, they just piss me off to the highest level of festivity. Okay, piss me off to the highest level of festivity and just make me so ashamed to call myself a Christian. Because I was watching, first let me get, no, I'm not even gonna get into that right now. First, let me talk about the Tone interview. For those who know of Tone, Tonex, y'all know he's a gospel artist. He's a life artist. He's not really um, he's not one to put himself in one category or one genre. But he does record Christian music, and he's phenomenal. He's like a big name in the gospel or Christian music community, in the industry itself. He's big. He's phenomenal, and he's very controversial. He's like the black Eminem of um, of Christian music, the rebel, if you will. And it's like for years now, people have been giving him slack, calling him all out his name, saying all types of things about him. I mean, it kind of comes with the price of fame. Um, but I saw this video from Durand, and Durand was talking about the interview himself, and my sister Sean, she actually said it to me. Um, I watched it, and I watched all three parts, and I was just taken back. Like I couldn't believe it. Like everybody was saying, "Oh, Tony came out the closet," and da da da. That's not. He was not coming out of the closet. You see, this is what people make me sick. Okay, and I'm not talking about the Christians right now. I'm talking about people in general. People, Christian, Catholic, Jewish, whatever. People in general just piss me off because they quick to call somebody other than what they are. Okay, if I say I'm black and you call me white, just because you call me white does not make me any less of a black person. If I myself believe that that's what I am, then that's what I am. Okay, if I believe in my heart that this is what I am, then that is so. Okay, but first, before I even make the conclusion, God has to say who it is that I am first before anything. So unless you have some say over what God has already confirmed, then you can talk to me about what it is that I am. Okay. Until then, keep your mouth closed and keep it between you and the devil, because that's who you're talking to. You ain't talking to me. Okay. When you call me other than what it is I am, call me out of my name. Okay. Then you ain't talking to me. You're talking to Satan. You're talking to the one you praise. Okay. Because when I sat up here and watched this video and watched this man get so honest, I mean, he was so deep and so honest. And let me tell you, I'm not like a big, huge Tone fan. I am a fan of his voice, his music, but not huge. Like I'm not deep in Tone like that. I don't have any of his albums. I've listened to some of his songs, but you know, I have to give it to him because of his honesty. The woman asked him. Now I'll leave all three parts of the video in the description. Excuse me. I'll leave them all in the description. But the woman was asking him um questions about his marriage, his previous marriage to a woman, um and asking him, why did it end? There's a lot of rumors that it ended because of his sexual endeavors with men, or because of his sexuality issues. Da, da, da. In the past, he has come forth and said that at ages 3 and 6, or 3 and 7, if I'm not mistaken, he was molested, and he's come forth to come out and say that, and he did not. What I like is he didn't blame that or use that as an excuse as to why he was uh, um, attracted to men. He came out to say that yes, he is indeed still and has always been attracted to men, but it isn't because of his experiences with molestation. It had nothing to do with that. He just always had this attraction, and being, and he's a pastor. He's in a pastoral position. When his father died, and he had went down to, you know, kind of take the role, the leadership role in the church. He had to go through that, and everyone knows that the higher you get in the Lord and the different leadership positions you take in the church, that's when the real demons come after you. And he had lost and like a whole bunch of family members at one time, like all within a few months between each other. He just kept losing, like from his aunt to his father. I mean, a whole bunch of relatives had died at one point, and they brought him into a deep depression, and he suffers from anxiety because of it. And he went to talk about how all these things were going on in his life. His marriage wasn't working out. It had nothing to do with sex, the sexual relationship that they had. He goes on to say that it was an incredible experience for him. They had good sex, great sex. It had nothing to do with that, but it just things didn't work out. And who he is in God, he was in a different place. And it's like he went on to say that yes, he is still attracted to men, and he's not going to simply lie, okay, because this is what he's always felt. And he went on to say that he doesn't know if it is something that he needs to be delivered from, because it has always been there. And God, he has been before the altar. He has pleaded the blood. He might as well than died in the pool of oil for all he knows, because he has received prayer numerous times. He has went forth and sought God, okay, for his deliverance, okay. And it's not in his season. God isn't ready to, I guess, to deliver him. Maybe he needs more time. Maybe it's not his season for deliverance just yet from this. And he's said that he does not want it. But when God is ready to take it from him, that's when he'll be taken from him. It's not that his lifestyle isn't what it should be in order for him to be delivered. It's not that he's doing something wrong. It's that God has not yet felt that it is time for him to do that. Maybe this is because he needs time to go through some more things, so that he'll be that much more of a blessing, and his testimony will be that much greater, and that it will bless other people before he is delivered. I mean, it was his testimony. He was saying that he doesn't consider himself a gay man, but he is attracted to men. He's not practicing homosexuality. He didn't say those words, but he really didn't shed any light as to what he is doing, as far as what he's doing in his bedroom. But I mean, that's private stuff. But as far as I'm concerned, I give him props for being honest and being an inspiration and encouraging me, because I feel like we as Christians do not testify enough. How can we be a blessing to others and minister to others through our testimony, through what we've been through, if we don't share what it is that God has done for us, what God has brought us from? How can a crackhead know that he or she could be delivered from this addiction if no one is showing an example? Lead by example. We are supposed to exemplify Christ and be Christ-like creatures. That is why we are called Christians, okay? And it is because of that we are supposed to lead those who are blind to God. They don't have the relationship, so we have to lead by example and show that this is what we are, this is who we are, this is what we live, and whom we serve. And it's because of whom we serve and what we've been through. This is where we were, and this is where we are. Now you can be where you are, but you can be where I am if only you seek him. You know what I'm saying? And that is your testimony. Everyone has a testimony. Everyone has a testimony, okay? And I feel like Tone, I give it up to him for being strong and saying that I have always and am still attracted to men. And she asked him, if you were to die right now, you going to heaven? And he said yes, because of the simple fact that it's not about his acts of the past. That was his past, and this is where he wants to go. This is his future. You know what I'm saying? What he's doing for the Lord, he's glorifying the name of Jesus Christ. He has given it to God. He's prayed over it. Okay, he's given it all to God. He spoke it into existence, his deliverance. Okay, so it's like that's what he used to be. Yes, he's attracted to men, but it does not mean that he's acting upon it. And his faith in God, his trust in God, is going to be the very thing that leads him to his deliverance. And I believe him because he went to the Bible and he spoke about the lust of the eye, and this is true. The Bible talks about the lust of the eye, okay, but not the lust of the heart. It basically what he was saying is that what a man so feels in his heart, so is he. So basically, it's like saying what you feel in your heart is what makes up who you are as a person. And when they speak of the lust of the eye, that means when you see somebody that look good to you, and you may have some type of sexual or unclean or lustful thoughts or feelings toward that person based on your physical attraction, that doesn't make you a demon, doesn't make you a devil, it makes you human.